The most famous line on Everest belongs to George Mallory, because it's there. But about this side of the mountain, he said something else. In 1921, as the first Westerner to lay eyes on this immense eastern wall, Mallory didn't see a route, he saw a death trap. His verdict? Other men, less wise, might attempt this way if they would, but emphatically, it was not for us. For over a century, that judgment has held. This is the Kangshung Face, a forbidden wall where Everest's commercial traffic vanishes, replaced by a sheer, silent, and terrifying wilderness of ice. This isn't a climb, it's a siege against the impossible. Mallory saw what we can see today, a 3,350-meter, 2-mile-high vertical fortress. But it's not just a wall, it's a dynamic, living glacier, a labyrinth of seracs, ice towers the size of office buildings that shift, groan, and collapse without warning. One climber described the atmosphere as so heavy you could almost feel the roar of 1,000 avalanches. The approach through the Kangshung Valley is a journey back in time, utterly remote, with no hope of quick rescue. Mallory's initial dismissal wasn't a lack of skill, it was a clear-eyed assessment of objective horror. And for 60 years, the world's best climbers agreed with him. The first serious attempt came in 1981. It failed. But in 1983, a massive American team returned, led by veterans like Lou Reichardt. Their plan wasn't just to climb, it was to engineer a victory. Forget lightweight speed, this was a military-scale operation. They spent 5.5 weeks on the face itself. To overcome the lower cliffs, they used a 5-horsepower winch. To move supplies between camps, they devised complex gravity hauling systems and even used rocket-launched messenger lines to set ropes. It was a brutal, incremental war of attrition against the mountain, and then, on October 8, 1983, it worked. Kim Momb, Carlos Buhler, and Lou Reichardt stood on the summit. They used bottled oxygen on their final push, a practical necessity after such an exhausting siege. They had done it. Mallory's "Not for Us" wall had been climbed, but the style of their victory, a large team, heavy logistics, engineered solutions, proved just how singularly hostile this face was. It wasn't a path, it was a problem that required a staggering amount of force to solve. Just 5 years later, the face issued a new challenge. Could it be climbed purely? In 1988, a tiny 4-man American and British team returned. Their goal, a new route, which they called the Everest Buttress. Their rules? No bottled oxygen, no Sherpa support, no fixed ropes left in place. This was Alpine-Style, carrying everything on their backs, moving fast and light. In this purist style, Stephen Venables made history, becoming the first Briton to summit Everest without oxygen. Their success was a different kind of masterpiece. It showed the Kangshung could be a canvas for elite minimalist alpinism. But it also confirmed the face's core truth. It only yielded to the absolute peak of skill, commitment, and courage. There were no shortcuts. So why, decades later, does the Kangshung have only about 40 total ascents compared to 11,000 on all other routes? The 1983 siege and the 1988 Alpine-Style both point to the same answer: objective danger. You can be brilliant, strong, and brave, but you cannot control a collapsing serac. The isolation is absolute. A rescue here is a fantasy. Other Everest routes have become landscapes of ambition. The Kangshung remains a landscape of consequence. It is the mountain's uncompromising self, a reminder of what Everest was before the crowds. The Kangshung Face is still there. It's still climbable, but it wisely climbs you first. It measures not just your fitness, but your judgment. In an era where we often ask, can we? The Kangshung asks a harder question, should we? For the few who answer yes, it offers not a trophy, but a covenant with the raw heart of mountaineering. For everyone else, Mallory's century-old wisdom echoes down the ice. Some places remain sacred, not because they are secret, but because they are sublime in their refusal to be tamed. The forbidden wall endures, and perhaps in a world of conquered peaks, that is its greatest gift. What do you think? Does a mountain need a place like the Kangshung to retain its mystery? Would you ever consider a route where the risk is so absolute? Let me know in the comments. If you want more deep dives into mountaineering's untold stories, subscribe and hit the bell. Your support helps us bring these incredible histories to light. Thanks for watching. See you on the next adventure.